Good day to you. Good day to you. That's a good way to start. So my wife and I, we have two differing views of Fortnite and video games. Should I do this with my glasses? What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. When I was a kid, I remember it was a big thing in my family that myself and my siblings were outside. If we spent too much time sitting inside in front of the TV, the threshold was pretty low where it was like, okay, you guys need to go outside and play. TV in my day was the thing that I think my parents were very cautious of. How much TV are they watching? In like the 40s and the 50s, when I was very young, I seem to remember, I'm kidding, I'm younger than that. I wasn't born then. Silly. Anyways, my guess is that for parents of kids in the 40s, 50s, the thing then was like comic books. Before that, I don't know, it was probably kids who wrangled in the woods too long or spent too much time behind the oxen in the field. And the parents were like, get off that oxen and come ride your sheep. That's what parents before then were probably afraid of. This is the thing, though, I think that is different for parents today, myself included in this, is that the world has changed and is changing more in my generation and my kids' generation than probably the 50 generations before mine. We are in a place, my wife and I, where the addiction to video games, and one video game in particular in the house with one particular child, has gone crazy. And that is Fortnite. Hello. I've come over here right now to break up the monotony of the Fortnite discussion with some other things, stuff. Is this in focus? Because it's good to break things up every once in a while, you know? Take a break from Fortnite. Take a break from YouTube. Take a break from Facebook. That's the one that parents, our generation, I feel like, my wife and I, that's the one a lot of people have a hold up on. They'll sit there and scroll Facebook for hours while they're telling their kid, get off of Fortnite, you've been playing too long. Is that too judgy? Probably. So my wife and I, we have two differing views of Fortnite and video games. My wife's side is, it's too insane, it's too addictive, our son plays it too much, we need to pull it away, we need to really limit how much he's playing it. And I'm on kind of the other side where I'm like, I think there might be some benefits to it. I think it might not be all bad. I think it's just new. It's weird for us that kids are, you know, playing these games so much, and it's like, and I don't know. I don't really know what my thoughts are on it, but I've been doing some research on some of the possible benefits to playing Fortnite. Not being addicted to it. I think any kind of addiction is probably not a good thing, unless you're addicted to loving your wife, so that's a good addiction, or addicted to oxygen. I am. I can't live without it. Addicted to being kind to people. Do you think that's a bad addiction? So let's chill. I'm just going to point out some of the positives that people are bringing up to Fortnite and the craze that it's causing in so many households. The first, I have an article I'm going to be looking up and just sharing that information with you, but I do have one personal benefit to our son's craze with Fortnite, and that is that it's a pretty good punishment. It's a pretty good leveraging tool. When you want your kid to do something, just mentioning like, hey, you want to lose Fortnite? It's like, no. And you can get your kid to do anything you want. I have not brushed my own teeth in a month. My son does it. Do you think I use utensils to eat? No. My son feeds me. We're like, you want to lose Fortnite? Feed me my steak. And he's like, Dad, this is degrading. And I'm like, shut it. It has its benefits there. But smarter people than me have done a little bit of a study on this, and this is what they've come up with. This article I'm reading from, you can check it out. I'll put it in the link below. The link below? Is that how you say it? Down below in the description, I'll put the link. That's the way you say that. The article is called, "No, Fortnite isn't rotting kids' brains. It may even be good for them." Huh? Maybe. Let's see what it says. The first thing that they point out as being a possible positive to Fortnite is it teaches them restraint and self-control. I don't know if that's true. Restraint and self-control seem to be the thing that my child has lost because they have no self-control with Fortnite. I guess you can teach it. You can use it as a tool to teach them self-control and restraint. That's the ticket. I think this whole article and in general, everything with your kids comes down to the parent. If you're the kind of parent who cares and you're involved in your kid's life and you're trying to make the best decision for them, it's probably going to be okay. The second one is friendship / the third place. Now, this I thought was interesting and true. Tell me what you think. But our kids are homeschooled. I was also homeschooled, and I was the most stereotypical, awkward, like weird homeschool kid. It was just in me. I was a homeschooler regardless of how I was schooled, I think. It's just how I was. And so we were very conscious of this when we had kids. My wife was dead set against homeschool when we first had kids because she didn't want them to turn out as awkward and backwards and shy as I was. We ended up being crazy homeschoolers and still are. We're actually even further down the road, the path of homeschool. It's almost this unschooling place. Anyways, we're very conscious and aware of our kids and how they interact socially in the world. Not because we want them to like fit into the world. We want them to stand out and be different. We really admire being different and weird, but we want them to be socially aware. We want them to be able to socially connect with people, even if you need to fake it, like to get ahead in the world. It's an important skill set to have, and it really is a skill set that you learn. With that said, we spent almost 4 years traveling on the road, and that makes friendships, like tight friends that you see every day, difficult. We have discovered through that experience of traveling and in just the modern world that we have that friendships are changing in a way. For me personally, I have some incredible friends. My wife and I both. We just are, I don't know what happened, but the people that we've surrounded ourselves with are so much better than us. I don't know why these people put up with us, but we just know some incredible people. But I don't see these people very often at all because we live in different places now. In fact, my best friend, the one that I share everything with, hold nothing back from, and gain the most from, I see maybe once every 6 months face to face. If that. We went like 2 or 3 years without seeing each other. We stayed connected though through technology. We send voice notes to each other. Through the voice notes, we have stayed more connected than I think we probably would if we saw each other. Because we used to work together and see each other all the time. And I feel like we're closer now through the voice notes. It's a weird thing. Anyways, technology is changing the way that we interact with people. And I know it's very, very scary. And we're very hesitant. We push against that. But I wonder if 50 years from now, we'll see that relationships can be built, maintained, and even strengthened in ways other than just face to face. I don't know. I have no idea. Time will tell. But I will tell you that for one of our kids, the one who does Fortnite, he has made friends, grown those friendships into face-to-face good friendships through Fortnite, because of Fortnite. The other thing it does, this third space thing, I think is really interesting. If you don't know about the third space idea, or in our world, you can look it up. It's very interesting. The world has always had, well, culture has always had a third space. And it was shopping malls for a while. Today it's changing. It's other places. Anyways, that's shifting in our culture from like meeting your friends in like a mall to online spaces. And I see Fortnite becoming a third space for our son. Again, I don't know the positives or the negatives of this, but just seeing it in real time as it plays out, I see, in that regard anyways, I see positives.
Get some nylon ties here for decorating. So Danielle is a brilliant designer, decorator, and loves to entertain in moderation. It can get a little a lot, because we just did a screening for 500 Feet Ahead, this film here, and that was a ton of work. So now, just less than a month away, we're doing this big Halloween party, and then we're doing Thanksgiving, and like it's a lot, you know, like that. But she's super good at it, and we both really enjoy having people over. So one nice thing about being in a house as opposed to a trailer is entertaining. We love to entertain. It's a little tough to do in the trailer, so this kind of stuff is fun. A lot of work, but really fun. Why did I come in here? Oh, I wanted to grab this so that I can time-lapse our decorating. Well, I forgot to keep recording. I forgot about it because I got distracted decorating this place. And give me a sec. I must say, I think it looks pretty darn good. It's not done yet. I'll show you the highlights, and then I'll do an update after Saturday of how the party went.
Okay, the third thing I didn't write down because I guess I thought it was stupid, so you can look that up. Oh, I didn't write down many of them. I have to go to the article, I guess, too, actually. I'll look it up here. While we wait, what's new with you? I would like to know. So I don't like to ask people to comment just so it benefits me. I mean, it does. Your comments are helpful. It shows YouTube that you're engaged, and it's a good thing. But I would like to know if you're a parent of a kid, or if you're a kid, or a person, or an adult, or an old person who is addicted to Fortnite or loves Fortnite. What are your thoughts on it? Good or bad? So they talk about bystander training. I don't even know. Inclusion and community. I could see that because this is another thing that I guess has benefited our son. There's an instant connection he has with other kids who play Fortnite. What's the word? Center ground, modern ground, top ground? Common ground. Usually if you're meeting somebody, you know, you try to find something you have in common because that sparks a conversation. Fortnite for my son, because so many other kids play it, when he meets somebody like in the real world, it's an instant connection point and they can sort of get each other right away. So that I could see that as being a benefit. The article goes into more information, which I think is interesting. My take on this is my wife and I still kind of go back and forth. We're still very hesitant, very cautious about how much time he's playing it and what's the balance? How much is too much? What, is it going to fry your brain? What's like, I don't know. I don't know what some of the negatives could be. I mean, I guess there's pros and cons with everything. If you send your kid outside, there's negatives to sending your kid outside to play too. Mainly positives. If we lived in a world where kids only grew up inside and then this parent came along and was like, hey, I think kids should go outside, to those parents, it'd probably be like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? You're spending too much time outside. Come inside again. You know, like it's just, I think overall the way I approach it and look at it is it's new. And I don't know the good and the bad yet. All we have is our childhood. And we know that in our childhood, if we watch too much TV, our parents sent us outside. So there's value in going outside. Go play. Use your imagination. Interesting. I'd like to know your thoughts. Right now. Comment. I will wait. I will wait for you to comment. You don't have to make it like super long. Just a couple quick thoughts, like whatever your thoughts are. You are a slow typer. You could pick it up a little. I would appreciate it. You're not going to do it, are you? You're not going to comment. Somebody else is. All right. All right, that was a pretty good episode, I must say. If you liked it, enjoyed it, if you think somebody else might enjoy it, share the video, won't you? We're trying to get the channel out there to more people and show YouTube that people like the channel. So if you do, make sure you let YouTube know that you like it by commenting. That helps. Thumbsing it up, sharing it, all that kind of stuff. Very helpful. I appreciate it. If you have any ideas for show topics, by the way, let me know. All right, I gotta get back to work.